I love dark things all year round, but I'm just feeling very like Krampus Christmas this year. So I'm gonna read some dark fantasy, some sci-fi, some dark romance, and a vampire book in this weekly reading vlog the first week of December. Welcome to my channel. I'm insane. I feel like he's gonna become kind of like a hardened shell of a man by the end of this book. And if that's not what every girl wants to read about, I don't know what is. Hello, welcome back. Alex, me at the Farm D Reads. Today we're gonna start another weekly reading vlog. I have been having just like such a fun time filming these, posting these, chatting to you guys about more of the books that I'm reading. I don't know, I'm just vibing. I'm vibing here on YouTube. So quick thank you to everyone who has been watching, who has subscribed. Please like and subscribe. I would love to get my channel out to more people to talk about more books, but forget all that. Let's talk about my TBR. It is Saturday, November 29th. I did pick up a shift tomorrow, so I had a 4-day weekend. It's turned into a 3-day weekend, but I am getting some nice holiday pay so we can buy some more books for Christmas. For other people, you know, like one for them, one for me. You know how it goes. Real quick, I do have a loose TBR of what I would like to get through the next week. I do think I'm gonna just go ahead and try to film this from today, Sunday, November 29th, until Sunday where's my Google Calendar? I need it now. That was so insane and whiny of me. Okay, we are gonna film from today, November 29th. It is a Saturday. We are gonna film until next Saturday, December 6th. So we're gonna try to do a whole week. I have a stack of 4 books here that I would like to get through. I am currently not reading anything at all. I did start my next book of the month challenge, so I have 5 books that I need to start reading over the next 30 days for that video / TBR. So I'm not going to include that footage in this video because I do like to try to keep them separate. I went ahead and checked my library books that I have out and my TBR lamp shelf that I have out by the fireplace. I think I showed in my last reading vlog, which I'll link up on the screen somewhere. But this is a very loose TBR for the next week, and a lot of you guys that I chat with on here regularly are going to be really excited because I'm finally starting this series by Christopher Ruscio. Book 1 is The Empire of Silence. This is the Sun Eater saga, and I do believe book 7, which is the last one, just recently came out, and people are just ranting and raving that this is one of the best series they've ever read, sci-fi fantasy, and also one of the best conclusions that they've ever read. So I need to know. I need to get in on the hype. I've had this on my TBR for quite some time. It is a little over 550 pages, so the stack is a little ambitious, but I think I'm going to try to get started on this one today. So we're just gonna jump right in because I'm gonna have to buy 6 more books because I just know I'm gonna love it. Next one that I have is S.T. Gibson's newest. This is Savage Blooms. It is a dark fantasy romance with this ravishing trilogy. Oh, it's the beginning of a trilogy. What? Is it really? The Queen returns with this ravishing trilogy of gothic manners, fairy desires, and S.T. Gibson. Let's try again. The Queen of Dark Fantasy Romance returns with this ravishing trilogy of gothic manners, fairy magic, and forbidden desires set in the foreboding Highlands of Scotland. For as long as Adam can remember, the legends passed down from his world-traveling grandfather have called him to a crumbling manor in the Highlands. His closest friend Nicola also longs for adventure, as well as for Adam himself. She'll follow him just about anywhere, even to the wilds of Scotland, if it pushes the pair to surrender to their shared attractions. But now they are at the mercy of Eileen, the eccentric owner of the infamous Highland Manor, as well as her brooding groundskeeper Finley. Trapped by the weather and bound by ancient fairy magic, Nicola and Adam get more than they bargained for as they become entangled in Eileen and Finley's world of mind games, deceit, and forbidden desire. I do know that this is a Why Choose, which is not my favorite, but Allie ranted and raved about it and said that it works really well for this. It's very gothic. I think this is kind of a fun time to read something a little bit darker, and I love S.T. Gibson. I love this cover. We're gonna hopefully get to this one this week. Okay, one that two that I really am excited to get to, Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen. I'm not gonna read the synopsis because all I know about this is it is an addictive new fantasy series set in a world where magic is fueled by pleasure and pain. An obsessive detective infiltrates a brutal gang of dark mages, knowing that one wrong move will get her killed. So this is very a la Robert Jackson Bennett's Tainted Cup series, where we have a fantasy world, but we are following kind of a murder mystery type thing. There's a gang of dark mages. I also just think that I've showed it before because I still haven't read this fucking book, but this is just one of the most beautiful maps that I've ever seen. I do get the rest of it back here, the other side of it that is covered by the library dust jacket, like that plastic part, which I'm not going to touch. So I really have been wanting a copy of this of my own. I just have a feeling I'm really going to like it, and this is just one of the most beautiful maps I've ever seen. I want to touch it. I want to look at it. Look at this. Look at this. So I don't know, I might have to start this one as well. Okay, the last one that I want to get to this week is Coffin Moon. This is by Keith Rawson. This is vampires, and I have been in a vampire mood. I don't know, something about November. I know people like, well, it's the end of November, so I guess we're December, but I don't know. I love Christmas, but I don't care to read a Christmas romance, to be honest with you. I've been seeing some not great reviews about that new one by BK Borison, which, put a picture up on the screen, I have been interested in. I don't think I like the cover or the reviews enough to purchase my own copy, but I might see if I can put it on hold at the library. All that to say is I am in a dark Christmas mood this year. I want dark things. I love dark things all year round, but I'm just feeling very like Krampus Christmas this year. So I'm gonna read some dark fantasy, some sci-fi, some dark romance, and a vampire book in this weekly reading vlog the first week of December. Welcome to my channel. I'm insane. This is about a Vietnam veteran and his adopted niece that are hunting and being hunted by the vampire that slaughtered their family. 1975, Portland, Oregon. So I do, like, we're gonna have quite a political landscape. Dwayne Miner is back home after a tour in Vietnam. He's a bartender just trying to stay sober. Good luck. He's trying to save his marriage with his wife Heidi, and he's trying to connect with his 13-year-old niece Julia now that he is responsible by raising her. Things aren't easy, but Miner is scraping by, and then a vampire walks into his bar and ruins his life. There is quite a bit more in the synopsis other than that, but that's all I really need to know. This one is not even 300 pages, so I think we can blast through this one pretty quickly as well. Okay, what am I doing today, you might ask? Look at her. She put makeup on. I have been just in a mood to start getting a little bit more primped and nice for the day. Am I wearing leggings underneath this black sweater, black leggings? Yes, because to the death of me, am I gonna wear fucking jeans at home? But I did wanna do some light makeup and get some filming done today, and then I am also gonna head out in a little bit here. I do have a little bit more laundry to do, but I need to head out in a little bit to go watch the Auburn, Alabama football game. It's the Iron Bowl tonight. My father-in-law is in town, so I'm gonna go to my sister-in-law's and have a little family football time, get some snacks, enjoy that. But again, I did pick up a holiday shift tomorrow. I don't usually work on Sundays, so I do need to come back a little bit earlier tonight than I'm sure the game is gonna go, and get some sleep because I have to be there at 7 in the morning, so I have to leave at 6. So those are the plans for the rest of the day. I'm gonna do my best to get a couple of snippets of B-roll, and then actually I do think I'm gonna start Empire of Silence because I need to know. I want to be part of the crew. I want to be part of the group. That's that. Really quickly, I want to talk about a book that I just finished, If We Were Villains by ML Rio, and I loved this. I'm not a big annotator, but I knew this one was about a troupe of thespians that are in their early 20s, I would say, living at this school in, I don't know, Pennsylvania, Ohio, I don't remember. But this is following this group of frenemies, essentially, that are a part of this thespian arts school, and they only do Shakespeare. And I actually love Shakespeare. I've read many of his plays throughout school and, high school and undergrad. So I had been really interested to pick this up, and this gave a lot of dark academia vibes in a school setting, but still doing something fresh. The writing was beautiful. I thought the Shakespeare was used really, really effectively in this. It made the scenes that they were performing, kind of being familiar with the plays and Shakespeare's vernacular and how he tells stories, really added a really nice, beautiful, kind of like fresh element to this story. And we also had a murder mystery. We had love triangles. There was a lot of good stuff in this. So I don't know. I just wanted to pop on here and say that I really liked this book, and I'm glad that I got to it. And I was really proud of the dark academia Vibes color palette that I went with for my tabs. So if you're looking for something dark academia, but still has some really good plot to it, great character development, great writing, it is unique in the setting that we're at and the way that the characters interact with each other, I highly recommend. It also makes me want to put a hold on Hot Wax, which is the new one by Ana Luisa, which looks wildly different cover-wise. I'll put a picture on the screen than this one, and I don't know what that one's about either. So, you know what we say, long-winded of me. 10-minute intro. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, I will check back in when I start one of these books. I am leaning towards Empire of Silence because I think a lot of you on here have been excited to see me do this one. So I'll check back in when I have an update. I might also go to Target before I go over to my sister's house to return. You know what? Let me just show you guys. The intro continues. So I bought Quicksilver and Brimstone. I haven't started Brimstone yet. I don't think I'm feeling it for this particular vlog, which is why I didn't pull them out. But let me talk to you about what's happening here. My friend got this. This is the Target exclusive edition. I think the cover with the gold foiling is really, really pretty compared to the other ones. And I did enjoy these sprayed edges. But the problem is this standard edition of Quicksilver with the glittery silver sprayed edges is my only option, and I do not like how these look together. So I sat on it, I thought about it, I prayed to Cthulhu about it, and I have decided to return this to Target and pick up just like the regular gold sprayed edges that match this. Alas, such is life. I do really prefer this one of Brimstone, but I just can't do this. It will drive me insane. I wish that I hadn't even made that purchase in the first place, but here we are. So we might stop at Target and do that. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to go pick up the other copy of Brimstone right now. I'm not going to get to it in this vlog, I don't think. So I don't think it is necessary, but then again, I might get the itch and I might pick it up and we might read it. I don't know. Those are the loose plans for this vlog. I'll be back when I have an update and we will chat at that time. Danny's having a bad dream. It's okay, sweetie. Danny, she's just a baby doggy. Snoozing Susan. Oh, you want to say hi? You okay? You having a bad dream? Oh, big stretch. Yeah. You're just a girl. Do you have a bad dream? Just resettle yourself. Okay. All right, so for the 15th time, I will be back when I have an update on the book that I pick up next for this vlog. Hello, hi, welcome to an update. I am surprisingly really tired from this little extra shift that I picked up today. It brought a dozen donuts and got myself a Dunkin' Donuts, which I tried their cookie butter cold brew and it was pretty good. It was still too sweet for me. It wouldn't let me do it with like no syrup in it, which was weird, I thought. But it let me do just like 2 pumps of it. And then I got with the cold foam and the topping, I would get it without the topping next time. And overall, it was just still like a fun treat type of sweetness level for me, but it was pretty good. And then we also got donuts, which, I mean, then I ate 2 donuts, so I don't know what I am babbling about with the sugar intake, which 2026, one of my goals is to lower my overall sugar intake from added processed sugars. Fruit's fine, veggies are fine, starches are fine. Like, I'm not going crazy about it, but I need to stop eating so many desserts. I just love a sweet treat. I love a baked good. I love to bake. You guys know this, probably, hopefully. Anyway, I'm getting off the point. I'm tired and I just want to sit on the couch and read for like an hour and then go to bed at 8 o'clock and deal with all of my to-do list tomorrow. It's Monday Alex's problem. It's December 1st. I wanted to do a December reset video, which I think I'm still gonna do tomorrow after work. I think I am getting dinner with my husband and my sister-in-law, my father-in-law who's in town, so maybe after that, and then speed edit and post it on Tuesday, because I think I want to do my November wrap up. I read 16 books in November. So anyway, neither here nor there. Again, for the 5th time already in the 2.5 minutes I've been talking, I'm tired, but I wanted to pop in and do an update because I am about 135 pages into Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruscio. This is one that I've been saying all year, 10 before the end. I've been talking to people on here about it. I'm gonna read it, and I'm finally reading it, and I am loving it. I fear I will have to go get to the rest of the series because it's engrossing. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm not going to try to give any better of a synopsis than what we have back here. It was not his war. We're following our main character, Hadrian Marlowe. The galaxy remembers him as a hero, the man who burned every last alien Celsian from the sky. They remember him as a monster, the devil who destroyed his son, casually annihilating 4 billion human lives, even the emperor himself, against imperial orders. But Hadrian was not a hero. He was not a monster. He was not even a soldier. On the wrong planet at the right time for the best reasons, Hadrian Marlowe starts down a path that can only end in fire. He flees his father and a future as a torturer, only to be left stranded on a strange backwater world. Forced to fight as a gladiator and navigate the intrigues of a foreign planetary court, Hadrian must fight a war he did not start for an empire he does not love against an enemy he will never understand. So I am right about the part where he has fled his father. So I am 133 pages in. I'm on chapter 19 and I'm maybe 20% if I'm lucky. She's a hefty paperback, but I love everything about this. It is very sci-fi space opera, but also has a lot of modern touches and feels of being on Earth, even though we're in a mythical world. The planet we're all on, mainly with Hadrian during his first 20 years of age, which is where we pick up with them, is called Dinos, I believe. And I would like to congratulate myself for looking in the back of the book and realizing that there was a glossary and a list of people, places, and things. So that was great that I looked at that for once in my life. Delos, excuse me. Birthplace of Hadrian Marlowe and seat of the Duchy of House Kephalos in the Spur of Orion. So like that, I think, gives you an idea of how intricate this world is. There is a glossary in the back and it's pretty hefty, and there's a list of characters, and see, I'm finding things that I didn't even know were here. So there's like an entire hierarchy of the different houses, royalty back here. Good Lord, so much source material for this. This is, I can already tell, going to be just an absolutely sweeping saga, very character driven, even though there has been a decent amount of action. Our main character is very emo. He's giving like Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye, like very woe is me, and I feel like he's gonna become kind of like a hardened shell of a man by the end of this book. And if that's not what every girl wants to read about, I don't know I don't know what is. So I am very much enjoying this. I do think I'm going to continue on with this for the evening and try to stop myself from purchasing the rest of the series, because I think I'm going to have to switch over to the hardbacks, because the newest book, which I think is the last one in the series, so this may be a completed series that I can binge, is only hardcover because it just came out. So Merry Christmas unto me and mine. I have to buy people's gifts first. Okay. The other update that I have is I finished The Silver Blood Promise by James Logan. This is a reread for me. I gave this 5 stars the first time. I'm giving it 6 stars the second time. The audiobook is the way that I consumed it this time around, and it was really, really good. I have a hold for book 2. I am going to pick up a physical, I think, this weekend when I go book shopping, which I like how I'm like, don't do it. And then in the next clip talking about the next book, I'm saying that I'm going to go book shopping anyway. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Okay, I really enjoyed my reread of this. The audiobook is great. If you are looking for a darkly comedic fantasy with a sweeping world and found family, kind of like a Last of Us, older gentleman befriends a young, kind of like on her own, tough little girl and kind of like becomes the father figure for her. Very good. Murder mystery. His dad is, so our main character is Lucan Gardova, and he was in an academy and got kicked out because he dueled someone and accidentally unalived them, and then his father basically kind of like, not disowns him, but really just they become estranged from each other, and he travels across the world. He finds out that his father has been murdered, so he's going back home to Safrona to see what happened to his dad. And I think this does have a map, which was the only thing that I was missing on, but I might be wrong. Nope, there is no map. I lied. That's crazy. I thought there was. I convinced myself there was. This should have a map. Okay, actually this should have a map, but other than that, this is a 6-star read. So I do want to pick up book 2, The Black Fire Blade. I had an arc of it on my Kindle and I just never got around to reading it, but I'm super excited since I did the reread here. So these, well, last, current, next, you may ask. Things are going a little haywire already. I think I will be starting Empire of the Dawn by J. Kristoff tomorrow, because Allie was just like, are we starting the buddy read? And I was like, yeah, I don't have much else going on other than these other sweeping epic fantasy series that I'm in the middle of. Yes, I think tomorrow we're gonna start Empire of the Dawn, which is the last book in the I don't know what it's called, what like the trilogy name is, but the Empire of the Vampire series by J. Kristoff. It is sweeping vampires, very Interview with a Vampire, like aristocrat type vampires, and very found family. So just talk about sweeping. Those books are emotional AF for being about vampires, and I highly recommend. So I am very excited. Am I prepared for that big of a book right now? No, but I am very excited to get to it, and I don't want anything to get spoiled because other people are reading it. So our TBR has already changed for the week. That's fine. I'm gonna go work on this, and then we'll catch up probably tomorrow after work and dinner plans to update on progress in Empire of Silence, and if I hopefully start Empire of the Dawn by J. Kristoff, which I'm nervous because I have it out there and I've just been staring at it and I know it's coming, and I'm not ready. It's the 3rd book in a very violent series where no one you love is safe, very Game of Thrones style. So I'm not quite ready to see what happens in book 3. And also I need to find a YouTube video to refresh myself on what happened in book 1 and 2, because I'm not going to reread them as much as I wish I had time. I just don't. So that was enough yapping, 10 minutes worth. We will be back tomorrow after work to talk about whatever reading I get done. And if I find an audiobook, because I don't have one, okay, that was the end of this clip. Bye. morning from me and Gregory again. It is a couple days later, so it's now Thursday, December 4th. I don't know why I didn't fix my hair before I did this, but you guys are gonna watch me floof it up. I didn't really vlog. I don't think I vlogged or updated at all yesterday. I woke up with like not a ton of time in the morning, and I did again today. I just like to sleep in on these days where I don't have to be at work until 1:30, and I think maybe I should just accept that about me and stop stressing out. But in my most ambitious heart of heart, I set my alarm for 6 a.m. so I can get up and do content and read and have plenty of time before work. Didn't work today. Fell asleep on the couch until 9:30 a.m. So here to do some updates. I think I am going to read for another hour before I have to hop in the shower to get ready for work. But let's do some updates first. I already said that like 4 times. The biggest update that I have is we have started this honker, Empire of the Dawn by Jay Kristoff, which is book 3 in the Empire of the Vampire trilogy. And I'm only about 100 and I'm on page 107. I'm on chapter 11 in part 1. And I immediately fell back into this world, into this writing with these characters. I do have some things that I'm forgetting from book 2, but Jay Kristoff does a really good job of kind of reminding you of the plot without just regurgitating like a summary of books 1 and 2. And I'm remembering things. I think I might still watch a recap video for at least book 2 because there were some things at the battle scene that I'm like not remembering, but I also don't think it's essential to continue on because I can just accept that it happened and not miss anything. So we're picking right back up with our characters where we left off in book 2, and that's really all I can say because this is obviously a very immersive, intense, very fantastical world. It is vampires, but I would say it's not like a paranormal. This is a fantasy. This is a high fantasy about vampires. French influence. It is just one of the greatest series that I've ever read, and I am already hurting on the inside. I've already teared up. We still have 600 pages to go. Also, I thought this was like 1,000 pages. It's only 700 and something. So we can get through that, no problem, right? The artwork in this is absolutely incredible. I think I showed a couple of clips at the beginning. I don't want to show too much of the artwork on the inside because I don't want it to be spoilers, but this is the Barnes & Noble edition. I feel like all the editions have the artwork. I just am really happy that I picked this one up, even though I do prefer the black cover, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So I definitely think I'm gonna pick this up and read right now because as much as I'm loving Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruscio, I'm still stuck at about 30%, and this has kind of taken over my brain. So I think what we're gonna do, this is the plan, I am going to power through this and then we're gonna get back to Empire of Silence. And that's just all there is to it. But I'm gonna just keep this vlog going as long as it takes to get all of that reading content filmed for you guys. So I'm gonna sit down and read a little bit, and then I will do my darndest to update tonight after I get home from work and see what kind of progress we've made on Empire of the Vampire. Probably not much. I think maybe I'll be lucky if I get through another 7,500 pages right now. I am reading this a little bit more slowly just because there is a lot to digest and the font is pretty tiny. So I don't think I'm reading this as fast as I usually do, which is not a big deal at all. I don't care. I'm just saying we got to keep the vlog going so we can get the book done. All right, I'll be back later tonight with an update on this book and maybe Empire of Silence because that is the one that I've been bringing to work to read on my lunch break. I'm wearing the same sweatshirt because it smells good still and it's comfy cozy. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. TGIF, it's Friday, December 5th. I'm so excited for the weekend. I worked 6 days in a row. I picked up a shift on Sunday, which I think I might have babbled about at the beginning of this video. I think that was the 29th. No, that was the 30th. Yeah, so I've been filming this since Saturday, so I think you guys knew that. Anyway, I'm tired. This has been a long week. Neither here nor there. I have to get ready and go to work. I do want to leave a little bit early because I have to go to the library, and I do think I will bring you guys with me. I have a couple books to drop off, and I have a hold to pick up of Rachel Harrison's new book, Play Nice. And I have to triple check, but I don't know if I've read anything by Rachel Harrison. I think maybe So Thirsty I did read, and I think I gave it 4 stars, but I have heard a lot of great things about her newest book, Play Nice. I think it's a haunted house horror, which I love, so I'm gonna go grab that. But I wanted to pop in and do a couple of updates. The main one is that I have made it to part 2 in Empire of Dawn. And I just have nothing but amazing things to continue saying about this book. This isn't, like, I wasn't planning on this being a spoilery vlog in any way, shape, or form, so I'm going to continue that. So I don't really have a lot to say about this, except that I'm almost 200 pages in, which means I still have 500 pages to go. But we're in part 2, and we have switched from Gabriel's point of view, telling the saga, to Celine, who is in the opposite side of the prison. And that's not really a spoiler because that's just how the whole series is set up. It's just 2 of our main characters talking about where they've been and what they've been doing. So I probably won't read more of this right now. I think I'm gonna go get ready for work because it is 11:16. Also, Barnes & Noble did me real dirty. This sticker did not come off nicely, so I'm gonna have to steal my husband's hairdryer and try to get that gunk off. The only other update that I have for this blog and these reads is I think I read a couple more chapters of Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruscio yesterday at work. But again, Empire of the Dawn is just has me in a figurative and maybe literal chokehold. So it's all I want to read, but my little hands hurt holding it, so I've just been kind of like reading it in chunks and pieces, and I'm not bringing it to work because it's way too big and I wasn't able to get Kindle or audio. In my head, the Spotify audiobook hours re-up on the 1st of the month, but that is not accurate. Mine is like Sunday, like the 8th or the 9th, so I don't know if it coincides with the payment cycle or what. But I played myself thinking that I could listen to Empire of the Dawn via audio this week, and I was wrong. So this has been my stay-at-home book. Empire of Silence has been my go-to-work book, and my camera's gonna die, so I will be back tonight or tomorrow morning to get this party really started this weekend. TGIF yet again. Good framing. We love to see it. Hello. Hi. Whoa. Whoa. I obviously just got out of the shower. My hair's wet. But I wanted to do a few little updates because I haven't read all day. It's Saturday, December 6th now, and I spent my whole morning cleaning, and I don't regret not even a letter of that statement because my house desperately needed to be cleaned. So I am glad that I got that done. But I am gonna sit down and read, and I think I'm gonna start back up with Empire of the Dawn because Allie is ahead of me now by like 3 chapters, and I just want to sit and read this book and be quiet for a little while and shut my phone off. So I think I'm gonna go do that. I haven't read anything since the last update. I have read a few more chapters of Empire of Silence on my work breaks, and I'm probably about halfway done with this now. So I would like to finish both of these this weekend. Let's be real. I don't know if I will. because I also have another read going for my book of the month video that I'm also filming. So we're gonna see where the wind takes us, but I just wanted to check in, let y'all know that I am gonna sit down and read some and spend the rest of the day chit-chatting about these books with you guys, because I haven't filmed anything all day, but my house is clean and I took an everything shower. So with all of that, all of those good things happening, I'm gonna go park it, read about some vampires, and check back in with you guys in a little bit. Hello. It is a few days later. Is this angle the worst? Is it the best? I don't know. We need to talk. I need to close this vlog out. I need to do some final updates. I finished Empire of Silence / Empire of Silence Finished Me. And I don't even know where to start. This is obviously a 5-star. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to pick this series up, and I am so glad that I did. I am absolutely going to be getting the rest of the series sometime soon, because there's like 6 more books, I think, and the series just ended with the 7th book released earlier in November, maybe. So this book at its core is following a young man named Hadrian, who is the son of a lord in this very futuristic universe setting, empire of planets, if you will, that are ruled by one emperor, which I probably missed completely, but I don't think we really quite know a lot about that character. But Hadrian is the son of a lord who rules this whole planet called Delos. And he escapes from under his father's rule, finds himself down on his luck, basically on his own at some other planet that he wasn't supposed to end up at. And we pick up with him telling this story from like a more current point of view, and he's looking back on his life, very much giving kind of like Empire of the Vampire series, Empire of the Dawn, which I am still reading, not finished, still about halfway through. That I think we're gonna pick back up with a new vlog starting tomorrow. So stay tuned, because I will try to finish that book in one of these vlogs. But I just needed to talk about how incredible the world building is in this. I still don't really understand it. Very glad there was a glossary at the end. I'm so glad. And I was flipping back and forth. The author, I should say, Christopher Ruccio, has created such an intense world. So much. It gives like Lord of the Rings with the lore and the language and the backstory and the characterization of all these different planets and the way that they behave and how they interact with technology, and language plays a big part in this. History, I just think there's a lot of good stuff going on in here, and I'm very excited to pick up book 2, which is called Howling Dark. And I honestly love these covers. I think they're fantastic. This is great. This is great. And then these are the rest of them. Like, I think those are some of the best covers ever. So 5 stars. Stay tuned to this channel if you want to see me finish off this series in 2026, because I think it's going to happen soon. I do have one more update, and I ended up listening in its entirety from the last time that I updated this vlog to today. The 3rd Percy Jackson book by Rick Riordan, The Titan's Curse. And these books are really fun, and I'm just really surprised that I don't remember. I don't think I've ever read them before, and they're based on Greek mythology, which I'm Greek. I love anything Greek mythology. Whole sleeve is that. So I am really having a fun time with this. We pick up with Percy and the rest of the Half-Bloods, and they have to find the goddess Artemis. She's been taken, and of course it's involving Kronos and some of the other big gods and titans that we are familiar with from lore in books 1 and 2. And this is just like a fun little, I don't know, palate cleanser, if you will, to listen to. The audiobooks are really good. They're really, really quick listens, and I think this series is really fun. I would like to get a nice edition because there's some really nice covers of it for the shelves one day. But 4 stars for that, and 5 stars for Empire of Silence, obviously. Okay, with that, let's close out this vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. If you stuck around this long, please leave me any emoji that you would like in the comments. I'm feeling fun and free today. I went to the gym. The endorphins, they best be working. Please like this video so I can get my channel out to more people and we can talk about more books, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!